You come down here, it's a bit different.
Okay.
You've got like your upper class as well down here.
Tell me about it. What was the experience like for you?
I don't know. I always just felt like certain people look down on people like me. I don't know. Could be the way I dress, the way I talk. I don't know. They just don't think of me as like the same as them.
Jack is a gentle and compassionate young soul who is from Central Coast, a region known for its beautiful beach and lush parks. But like many places, it also has its darker side. Jack knows several people who have ended up in jail, and he is fully aware of the difficult environment he grew up in. For some reasons, he is finding it's hard to break free from this environment, which isn't good for him. He is occasionally stopped by the police because the way he dresses, his hairstyle, and other aspects of his appearance. Jack and I have always had a special connection, and I have a soft spot for him. I hope that as others get to know him better, they will feel the same way about him.
Jack, tell me about after high school life a little bit. What happened after high school?
Not much.
Okay.
Just been chilling at home. That's about it. Working a bit.
Where do you work?
Mow lawns.
What's that?
So like mowing a lawn.
Oh, mowing lawns.
Yeah.
At the Central Coast.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after graduating?
Good. Much better.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like school. Wasn't a fan of school.
What part you didn't like about it?
I don't really know. I just didn't enjoy all the limitation you had at school.
What limitations?
So many rules. You're limited to just there, pretty much. And you spend, 8 hours a day there, 5 days a week. Gets annoying after a while.
And a good part of the school life?
My mates,
Okay.
just hanging out with them. That was fun.
Right. Now, let's talk about yourself a little bit. Can you introduce yourself a little bit?
I'm Jack Scrivener. I'm 17 and I live on the Central Coast.
Okay. How about your family? How about also a bit of your family?
What do you mean?
Like, who are they? Like, what are they like? What do they do? How many siblings do you have?
I have no siblings.
Oh.
I've got mum, dad, and my nan's a big part of my life. Dad's now retired. Mum still works and nan still works.
What do they do, your nan and your mum?
Mum's in graffiti management and nan does cleaning.
What's graffiti management?
So like when there's graffiti somewhere, somebody reports it and then mum sends people to go clean it up.
Wow. Have you done graffiti on the street before?
No.
So, how come you only have one children?
Pardon?
How come there's only one children? Because in Australia, usually there are quite a few. It's quite rare to see a single child.
Yeah, mum and dad had issues.
Oh.
So they didn't think they were going to get any children.
Oh, wow.
And so it was sort of an accident.
Wow, that's amazing then.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, right. What kind of influence your parents have on you?
Pretty big, I'd say.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, dad's encouraged me not to do stuff that he does.
Oh, okay.
It's not illegal stuff, it's just he's just got bad habits. And then mum's taught me pretty much everything. Mum taught me how to cook, clean. Dad taught me everything about sport that I need to know, so they've had a big influence on my life.
Are they ambitious for you?
Pardon?
Are they ambitious for you?
I'd say so.
What's the expectations of you?
They used to be a lot higher. Then my marks dropped. And now they just want to see me happy, doing something that I like.
So were you a good student back then? Before your job?
Yeah.
So Until
Probably.
what age?
Probably about, I'd say, halfway through year 7 was when
Okay.
I'd really dropped off.
What happened?
Year 7 I just started mucking around, and then year 8 mum got sick,
Oh,
and then that just sort of had led to me having anger issues and everything. I just used to take it out at school or at home or anything good.
what are your feelings towards your parents now?
I love them. There's no other way to put it. I love them.
Okay, that's good. What are your ambitions?
I plan on becoming a landscaper, and I'll probably do that, finish off the apprenticeship, and then work out whether I want to stay in that or go to the mines for a while.
Mines?
Yeah,
Where about?
probably over in Western Australia.
Oh. Cool. What does success mean to you?
That's a hard question.
Think about it. No, it's okay.
Success for me would be when I start to see a lot of money coming in.
Okay.
'Cause my main goal is to make money.
Okay.
I don't really care if I hate my job. I just want money because I want to have my family. I want to set up my family in the future for when I have kids, so that my kids, if they don't want to work, don't have to work.
Wow. What are the obstacles you're experiencing now? What are the obstacles in your life right now to you?
Some I shouldn't say. I won't say.
Okay.
Then just probably trying to get along with my dad constantly. We argue a fair bit now. But I mean, that's just normal, I suppose. Everybody has an argument.
Yeah, teenager is quite common.
Yeah.
Did you have a good childhood?
Yeah.
Tell me about your childhood.
My parents got me into sport very young.
What did you do?
Soccer my whole life.
Alright.
Got me into that at the age of probably 4. I still play now. And then they just did everything they could just to keep me happy and safe, pretty much. But I would say I was very sheltered, kept in a bubble for a long time.
Okay. So when did you get out of the bubble?
Probably when I turned about 11 or 12.
Was it a big shock for you?
Yeah. A lot of adjustment to do, but you live and you learn.
Are you good with adopting the change?
Oh yeah, I've come around. I mean, you see me now, I'm just living life, happy.
Are you renting or you have your parents own a property?
We own our property up on the coast.
Paid off?
Not quite.
Okay.
Very close to being paid off.
Oh, that's good then. So financially it's doing quite okay,
Yeah.
the family.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. Would you like to get married one day?
Yeah.
How many children?
2 or 3.
Okay. Wow.
I don't want an only child.
Okay. So tell me about why not one only child? What about being one only child?
Well, I was an only child. Stuff. Once you get to a certain age, it becomes very boring. Because there's an age, I'd say, in between where you can go out with friends and where you're just happy to stay at home. And there's that part in between where you're just bored. So I want a couple of kids so that they can mingle together.
That's actually a really good way to put it. I like the analogy. Yeah. So when is that gap year? When is to you, what was the gap year between that you would like to stay home?
Where you're happy to stay home?
Yeah.
Probably till you're about 8 or 9.
8 or 9?
Yeah. Then you start to realise I want to go out, see stuff.
Okay. Do you believe in love?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in love?
No.
So what do you think the love should feel like? Or
I haven't felt it. I haven't felt it yet.
But do you believe in love? What was the love that you believe in?
my parents.
What about in terms of romantic love? Do you believe in love, romantic love?
Yeah.
What is it like? Do you think should like?
I'm not sure. I have no clue. I'm sure once I experience it, I'd know, but I haven't experienced it, so I couldn't tell you.
So then, dates growing up in high school? Do you ask girls out on dates?
Yeah.
That wasn't love.
No.
How do you know?
Because you could tell on there. I could always tell.
Really? Okay. What kind of quality do you looking for in your partner?
Somebody that has the same interests in me, like as me, and somebody I can talk to just like normally. Like, just like I'm having a conversation with one of the boys, I want to be able to have a conversation with that person.
Okay. What else? Because that person is going to be your future children's mom, 3 children. So what quality? I mean, I'm talking about lifelong partner, you know?
I'd probably be about it. I'm not that picky.
Okay.
Go with the flow.
What's the love field like in Central Coast? What are the girls like there? Have you ever had a date over there?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same down here. Just more tanned.
Okay. Do you think people go to private school, they might have a better chance in terms of being successful than people go to public school?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Just think with private schools, there's just more opportunities for them to do stuff. Plus, there's like agreements with businesses between certain private schools and certain businesses have like an agreement, whereas so say a kid from a certain private school comes in and then like a kid from say Penno comes in, they're going to take the kid over that went to the private school over the kid that went to Penno.
Because you're from Central Coast.
Yep.
And I wonder if you experience a bit of class difference, social class difference, like people from upper middle class or people from like lower class than you that you might have encountered in your lifetime, you know.
I mean, the spot that I live in, there's like middle class and then like lower class. So I've been around both of those my whole life. You come down here, it's a bit different.
Okay.
You've got like your upper class as well down here.
Tell me about it. What was the experience like for you?
I don't know. I always just felt like certain people look down on people like me. I don't know. Could be the way I dress, the way I talk. I don't know. They just don't think of me as like the same as them.
Oh, really? Even from the school?
I wouldn't say from the school, because at the school, everybody just ended up coming to terms with that I don't live down here. I'm a bit different, but they all just sort of got used to it.
Okay. What made you think that they kind of looked down on you? How did you experience that part?
Just the way they'll give you like a look, like a dirty look when you're walking. Like if you see somebody walk past you, they'll give you like a side eye or something.
Oh, wow, really?
And you just sort of like, righto. You just get used to it after a while.
Have you tried to, I don't know, change to be more like them?
No. I wouldn't change to fit in somewhere. I'm happy being myself. If people want to look at me as like a dick or something different, I'll just let them be. That's their opinion. I'm not going to change myself to fit in with other people.
Was it more comfortable in the Central Coast compared to here? Or no? It's the same?
There's rich areas on the coast, but you'll find a lot of the time that they won't look down on you because they're just sort of like, because there's normally rich and then like middle class in one area, up there, so they're sort of used to seeing like people like me.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas sometimes down here you go into areas and they're not used to seeing people like me walk around. I don't know.
Really? Is it because of the certain style that you dressed up and the hairstyle? What is it?
I don't know. It could be the way I dress, my hair. I don't know. I love my hair though.
Do you think we can change our class? Like if you're from slightly lower social class compared to other people, then you can still have the capacity to change.
100%.
Really? How?
100%.
How do you change it?
Just by the way you think. Because I don't want to stay like middle class forever. I want to eventually get up rich.
Yeah, because you mentioned about your ambitions. You want to make lots of money.
Yeah.
So how can we do that?
Working. Lots and lots of work. It's just effort. You got to put in the effort to make money, to then see the change.
Did you work growing up in high school?
Do I work?
Yeah, did you work?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Mowed lawns.
Since you're a kid?
Started probably when I was about 13.
Oh wow.
Kept going from then.
You never worked in a food chain, McDonald's?
I always told myself I'd never work in McDonald's or any like fast food.
Why not?
I don't know. Something about it just doesn't like appeal to me. You know what I mean? Like, just doesn't look enjoyable. Plus, I have mates that have worked in it, and they always just talk about how bad it is, and they always say how they want to quit.
Okay.
So that I got rid of that out of my mind really quick and just stuck to mowing.
How often do you work nowadays?
Depends on what season it is. So summer, spring, we get a lot of work.
Do you work for a company?
It's just like a bloke up my street. He just pays me to go around to do jobs.
So he gets a job for you and then he will give you a job?
Yeah.
Do you have a religion?
Yeah.
What's your religion?
Church of England. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Church of England. That's my religion.
So your parents are...
Church of England. It's strange. I don't really know how my religion works. We
Really?
never really got into it. Well, I never got into it.
Do you go to church every weekend?
No. I've been baptised and I've got a cross in my room. That's about it.
How come they have? How did you get to the Church of England? Because I remember one of your families from Switzerland. Which part of your family is from Switzerland?
Sweden.
Sweden, yeah, sorry.
On my dad's side.
Okay. Do you got a family there?
Couple, not many.
Can you get a passport?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
How many generations has it been?
I have no clue. We haven't looked into it much.
But he's Aussie.
His dad was born out here. And then
his dad?
His dad, yes. My nan, yes, but I think it's one of her parents that wasn't.
Okay. I remember you briefly mentioned about the possibility of moving to Europe a little bit and get out of Central Coast. Yeah. Can you tell about this part?
Just want to change. I don't know. I'm getting a bit bored out here at the moment. I think it'd just be something interesting. Go around there for a while, whether I travel or move there. But if I travel over there, it'll be for a while, like 6 months.
Okay. Are you a good saver?
Pardon?
Are you a good saver?
Of money?
Yeah.
Somewhat. Okay. I spend some, but I save some as well.
For the traveling and moving out?
For traveling, for house deposit, I don't know what it's for.
House deposit?
Yeah.
You also trying to buy a house in the future?
Yeah.
Oh wow, where about?
Central Coast, more than likely. It's too expensive to live down here.
Okay. Have you thought about death?
Yeah.
What is it like?
Scary. Very scary. I don't know. It's something I think I'll come to terms with.
Yeah?
Eventually.
Yeah?
But I don't know. I think it'll just be something I come to terms with eventually. But at the moment, it scares me a bit. But I also don't really want to live till I'm like 70, 80, 90.
So what's the age you're thinking of?
60s.
Why 60s?
I don't know. I feel like once you get past a certain age, you just sort of become like, you're just sort of there. There's not much of you now. Like you're just old, I guess. And you can't do much. I don't know. I just don't want to live that long. I just feel like life would start to get boring. Your body starts to deteriorate on you, and everything just becomes. You just pretty much become, in my opinion, I don't mean to sound rude, but like sort of useless.
Oh wow.
Like not useless. I've worded that really wrong, but like everything just becomes harder for you. Do you know what I mean? Like walking, living pretty much just becomes hard.
What about your children? Because you're gonna have a family. Your children is gonna be, say, I don't know, 20, 30. They still need a dad to be around.
They'll have my money.
Fair enough. What do you think will happen after that?
I'm not sure. I reckon you either go to heaven or hell. Depends on what type of person you are. Or you get reincarnated.
Okay. What's the good thing in life to you?
Soccer.
Oh really?
I love it.
You got a team to support?
Yeah.
Which team?
I got one in Australia and one in England.
Okay, what are they?
I got Chelsea in England
Mm-hmm.
and then Central Coast Mariners.
Oh, I like Chelsea too.
They're a good team.
Yeah. What's the most enjoyable thing to do in your life to you?
Go out and just be with my mates at the moment. Just have fun with them. Do whatever.
Okay. Give me something that you would like to do before you die, like to-do list before you die. What would you like to do?
That's a good question. Probably go watch Chelsea play at their home ground in England at Stamford Bridge.
Wow.
That's been a goal of mine for a long time. I've seen them play in Australia, but I've never seen them play over there.
Okay. What else?
I'm not sure. Probably, I don't know. Just stuff that I'm gonna remember. Whether that be like skydiving or bungee jumping or something. Just stuff I'll remember for the rest of my life.
What about the falling in love?
I mean, yeah. If it happens, it happens.
Okay. Do you read?
No.
What about during the primary school before you dropped your academic?
Yeah, I read then.
What did you read?
Nothing big because I was never the smartest kid, but I was like just in like the middle of everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like I was in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
So it was just normal like kid stuff, like the treehouse books, stuff like that.
Can you name some books that you read?
There's the treehouse books. I think I read Harry Potter.
Did you like it?
I preferred the movies.
Okay.
I can't really think of anything else.
Okay, how about the music that you like? What kind of music do you like?
Rap.
Rap?
Yeah.
Any favorite artist?
Rops.
And?
Cursor.
And?
Got me thinking here. Skepta. They'd be my three main artists.
Okay. Do you watch TV shows?
Not as much as I used to, but
Okay. What TV shows do you like?
The Boys. What else have I been watching? South Park. Family Guy.
Oh wow.
Rick and Morty.
Animations.
Yeah, I like animation.
What about Netflix?
Pardon?
Netflix TV shows.
Yeah.
What else? Netflix TV shows.
Rick and Morty, pretty much.
What about the Euphoria, Heartbreaking Heart, the Australian TV show, popular ones?
No.
Movies? Any movies that you like?
Yeah, some.
What movies do you like?
Blue Story, Southpaw, That'd probably be about the only ones I've really enjoyed lately. There was one I watched yesterday that was actually good. What was it called? Legend, which is about two twins that were gangsters in London. That was a good movie.
What's your association with the London? There's a lot of UK stuff's coming up.
I don't know. Just got into football young, and then started to learn a bit about England. Just enjoy it.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's different to Australia, but at the same time, it's kind of the same.
Would you like to move there one day?
No.
Who is the closest person in this world to you?
Do you mean like friend?
Like, yeah, close. Not friend. It has to be. Can be your family.
I'd say
Who feel like you closest from your soul?
I've got about probably 4.
Can you name all of them?
My mum, very close to me. Tyler and Reese, who from the Central Coast, and then James.
Oh wow! Didn't know James is one of your close mates.
Pardon?
I didn't know that he's one of your closest mates. Yeah, good. Who communicates with you most often?
Probably Tyler and Reese. Talk to them a lot.
Snapchat?
Yeah.
Call?
Yeah. Well, I go out with them every weekend, whenever I can.
Are you good with expressing your emotions?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Guess I was sort of taught just to keep it in instead of letting it all out. I don't know. I get angry or I'm happy. That's pretty much it.
I haven't seen you angry for a very long time.
I know.
Are you good with controlling nowadays?
I've calmed it down.
How did you do it?
Meds.
Have you been to a psychologist?
Yeah. Went to a psychologist for a while.
Still seeing him? Are you still taking meds?
No.
Do you think you are a confident person?
Somewhat. When I'm around new people, not really. But when I'm around, like you would have just saw before, when I'm around my mates, I'm fine.
What caused the lack of confidence when you're in a situation when you don't feel confident?
I don't know.
What caused it?
I don't really. I have no clue.
How to better yourself or moving forward in your lifetime, like making some progress in your life, to you?
Stop smoking.
Really?
I need to stop. It's getting bad. That couple of other things won't say.
But you know what are they? What it is?
Yeah, I know what they are.
Have you ever experienced with mental health issues?
Yeah.
What kind of mental health issues?
When Mum got sick, I got diagnosed with depression. So I was on meds for that for a while. That'd be about it.
What was that like, depression?
It's hard to explain, but like things that I'd normally get joy out of, I wasn't getting joy out of. I was just always moody. So it was strange. Angry, yeah. That was probably when I was the most angry in my life.
What were you angry about?
Anything, the smallest thing that used to tick me off used to really anger me.
Wow. Are you feeling pessimistic or optimistic about our future?
So optimistic. I think I can only go uphill. I can't see anything too bad going wrong unless I end up in jail somehow. So I don't see that happening.
So you're away from the danger.
Yeah.
That's good. When was the last time you cried?
When mum got sick, probably. So
Year 8.
yeah,
And after that, you never cried.
haven't cried. Not properly cried.
The regrets so far in your life?
Yeah,
What's your regret?
starting smoking. Getting into smoking. The group of people I used to hang around up the coast. That'd be about it.
You're not hanging out with them anymore.
Cut them off. They were leading to me making bad decisions, doing things I didn't want to do.
What about the closer friend that you just mentioned? Are they doing drugs? Really? That's amazing. So they're sober?
Yep. They just drink.
Okay. What would you like to change about yourself for a couple years, next few years?
The drink, the smoking. Probably the way I sometimes look at myself as well.
What do you mean?
I just sometimes look at myself as less than other people every now and then.
Okay. We're gonna get into it quickly. Guys! How come you feel like you feel less than other people?
I don't know. Just suppose where I grew up, it's not like the houses up there aren't as flashy like where I live as they are down here. Like some of the boys that I'm mates with live in ridiculous houses.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oscar, Mason.
Oh shit! But Mason, you can't believe in Mason. You know, Mason's house is better than everyone else in the school. You can't compare yourself to the Mason and then you feel shit about yourself. That's not all.
No, that's just how my brain thinks. That's just the way it thinks every now and then. But then I sort of look at Mason and then I realise he's almost the same as me. Like, he thinks the same as me. We do the same stuff. He's just got a bit more money than me.
How does that make you feel?
Doesn't bother me that much. I feel like I've had a good life with the amount of money that we've been dealt. I've had all the fun I can.
Oh wow. What about the school-wise at school?
What do you mean?
Like, does the fact that you're not doing, pretty well, school-wise, like that's make you feel bad about yourself a little bit? No.
No. I never really. After like a while, I just sort of realised I didn't care that much about school. It didn't interest me. I didn't put in any effort to it, pretty much.
But how come you still go through so much trouble, wake up early in the morning and come to school every day, like for your whole high school life?
I wanted to drop out in year 10 when I could have. But Dad said to me, I may as well finish now. And I just couldn't be bothered to argue with him. Wanted to make him proud of me. So I finished high school. And year 12 was probably the best year I've had at school.
Oh wow.
Like fun-wise.
Tell me about it.
It's just teachers, I feel like once you get into year 12, stop looking at you as like children and start looking at you as like you're about to be an adult. We can talk to you like you're an adult. And you get a bit more freedom in like the learning aspect.
What do you like about yourself?
That's Josh. I don't know.
Okay.
I just nothing I really like, and there's nothing I dislike.
What kind of person would you like to be in the future?
James.
James Winter.
Yeah. he possibly has one of the best lives.
Oh, tell me about it.
He makes money, but he makes money while he still goes out and has fun. Do you know what I mean? So if I can do that, I'd be happy, but if I can't do that, it doesn't bother me that much. My main thing is money. I wouldn't have now that I've been to Penno, I wouldn't have gone to any other school.
Oh, how come?
Just the people I met, like my mates, and then I just feel like private school shapes you to be a different type of person than a public school.
Tell me about it.
I feel like private school shapes you to become a bit of a... I've got to think of a word here that's not swearing.
It's okay, swearing is fine. Go for it.
I feel like private school shapes you out to be a bit of like a wanker, and you end up becoming like a dick. And they all think of themselves as better. Like you've seen the scandals that go on at private schools and stuff, like with Knox.
What happened to Knox?
Got to think about it now. It was like kids were just saying stuff online that you would not normally hear.
Really?
Yeah.
I work in high school. I hear lots of stuff. What do they say?
Stuff about raping people.
Oh shit. How old are they?
I have no clue. They didn't say how old they were. At least I don't know how old they were.
Wow. What do you see yourself in 7 years? You will be 25 years old, right?
I think so. I don't know. I can see myself going probably either two ways, and see myself either making myself money and then living the life, or if my money fails, I can see myself more than likely probably in prison.
You're joking.
No.
I thought you just said that you avoid all the possibility that you might end up
Yeah,
in
but
prison.
to make money, I'll do what I got to do to make money. Do you know what I mean?
But I thought you want to go to the mining and everything here and there.
Yeah, but if that doesn't work, do you know what I mean? Like if that falls off, I got to make money somehow.
Jack, I would not like to see you in the prison.
I don't want to see myself in prison. But if it happens, it happens. I hope it doesn't. And I'm sure the majority of the people I know hope it doesn't. But it's the way it works.
But do we have to go through that path to be rich? There are many, many possibilities.
Yeah, but I mean, that's an easy path.
So you would like to go to the easy path?
If I have to, I have to. If I can find a way to make myself the money that's legal, I will.
Look at James Winter. Can we have some inspiration from that boy over there?
Yeah.
That boy who gonna inspire lots of people.
He's full of weird stuff.
You see, you are best mates with James Winter.
Yeah.
Why can't you learn from him and then not do he's not doing illegal stuff most of the time, I think, right? Or is he? I don't know. Let's cut this part, okay? But come on, Jack.
I don't know. We're two different types of people.
That's true.
His brain works different to mine.
And mine.
Yeah. Well, his brain works different to most people's.
That's true. Man. But Jack, come on.
I don't know. If I can make myself the money, which I hope I do, without doing any dodgy stuff, I will. But if it comes to a point where I need to, I will.
Okay.